All right, the watch is for Monday, October 24th. Quick glance at the SPY. We are still hanging out right above support, so I consider it just in this narrow range, right? So we can just continue trading as we are, looking for individual setups. Let's go into that. DRWI had a big pop on Thursday, quiet inside day on Friday. Did have a couple of nice trades in that one, but this entire week that's going to be on watch. Anytime you have something with a low float, all of a sudden 20-something million shares in one day and a huge pop. As a day trader, it's irresponsible not to have that one on watch. So I'll be watching that one all week. OMER. This one has just been really beaten up, then gapped up and still got slammed and finally found some upside momentum, but then, gapping up on Friday, closing below its open, but it is closing here. It's above the last 3 or 4 closes. I think it's worth watching. It's been getting a lot of news lately. And that one might have some shorts caught if it gets any kind of upside momentum on Monday. So remember, I only take these with a proper intraday setup. I do not hold anything overnight. So I just look for things that I can make money in the very next trading day, and I'll be in cash before the close. So keep that in mind when you watch my videos. OPGN had a nice volume spike, nice pop on Friday. And it's just worth watching. Maybe a red to green, something like that in it. CRBP. Now, I always feel like chasing when I put something on watch that made a really big move, right, that day. But sometimes, again, you can get a red to green or something like that. It's super strong. Had the gap up, had a nice run, and it looked like it was just rolling over into oblivion, right? Like everyone was in trouble. And next thing you know, it's kind of right back up. So I'm not sure that Monday will be the day to play this, but definitely, again, as a day trader, you want to keep this on watch all week. RTTR. I like the 2-day pullback. I still think it needs to come in a little farther, but we'll see. Really nice volume on the up move, and then a couple red days on lower volume. So maybe that one turns back up as early as Monday. We'll keep it on watch. Don't usually mess with stocks under $1, but this one's barely under $1 and gapped up on Wednesday, sold off Thursday and Friday. Pretty darn quiet. This one, if it can maybe break Friday's high, and then it can maybe push through $1 and maybe come up and retest these highs. So it didn't cost me anything to have it on a chart, so I will. CTRV, like this one a lot. Gapped up, sold off that day, and then ripped for the next couple days. Now you're like 4 days lower on declining volume. You've pierced the 8-day on Friday. This is a good candidate for a turn back up on Monday. And again, like the others, certainly will be on watch all week. RGSE, I don't like this one very much, but I keep talking about this. It made this huge move back here, and then I think did a secondary offering or something, and now is down. $1.64 was the low back here, and it's kind of been bleeding lower. If it does get to that $1.64 area, it might maybe do a double bottom. This is my least favorite of everything on the list, but I'm going to watch it anyway. AUPH had this kind of weird day here where it had a range from 358 to 465, and then it's a couple, 4 days lower since then, touching the 20-day again, touched the 20-day here. I don't know. I don't love this one either, but it's getting into that area where it might bounce. I just threw it on watch. It's one of my least favorite too, but doesn't mean it can't work. CERN, Cerner, pretty good down day on Friday, and the reason I put this on watch is because a lot of times when you get a big push down and the 200-day, and you've got like a flat 200-day, pretty much straight sideways, a lot of times you can catch a bounce off that area. So let's watch the 58 area if it gets there on Monday for a potential intraday turn. And then lastly, OPTT. Let's go to 15-minute candles. You can see it a little better. So you had a really nice spike this day. Actually, a nice spike this day and then the next day, and really kind of flagging. And seems to have found support the last couple days. So I like this one for a potential long. When you go to the daily, it doesn't look as clean, right? It doesn't look very pretty. The gap down looks like it's trying to roll back over. But when you go to 15s and you see the volume on these up spikes, and you can kind of sense the support here from the past couple days, this one might give a nice setup for a long. So I want to watch that one too. Guys, I'm not in love with this list, but I only need one of these to give me a good setup, and I can get my daily goal. So, Mondays are usually, everybody comes out a little more cautious on Monday morning, and I think that's appropriate. So make sure you do that. Don't jump right into something and ruin your whole week. More often than not, something will show up even if none of these give a setup. We'll find a news play or something like that. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy Walking Dead tonight if you're like me and you're a Walking Dead fan. And we'll see you guys on Monday.